Bob Lazar has been telling the same unbelievable story for nearly 40 years. He says the US government took him to a secret facility near Area 51, showed him a spacecraft that were not made by humans, and asked him to help reverse engineer the entire technology. If he's telling the truth, this could be one of the biggest secrets in human history. But if he's lying, he has maintained one of the most extraordinary UFO stories ever created. So after nearly 4 decades, is Bob Lazar telling the truth? Lazar first went public in 1989. He claimed he worked at a facility called S4 near Area 51, where he saw several unusual craft and was assigned to study the propulsion system of one of them. Now, part of what makes his story so compelling is that the world surrounding Lazar's claims was genuinely secret. Area 51 was real. The US government really was developing highly classified aircraft in the Nevada desert. So secret technology being hidden there was never the ridiculous part of the story. The question is, was any of the technology alien? And this is where the Lazar story gets interesting. He talked about element 115 long before it was officially confirmed and added to the periodic table. Years later, scientists created element 115, now known as Moscovium or something like that. And that sounds incredible, but there's an important catch. Scientists already expected heavier elements beyond those known at the time, and the versions of element 115 we've produced are extremely unstable. Lazar claimed there was a stable form being used as part of the alien propulsion system that has never been independently demonstrated. And this is the problem with Bob Lazar generally. There are details that make you stop and think. He had some connection to Los Alamos. He knew about the world of highly classified technology that absolutely existed. He has also stuck remarkably closely to the same central story for decades. But then you reach the bigger problem. Where is the evidence? Where is the proof? After nearly 40 years, we still don't have a piece of alien technology that independent scientists can examine. We don't have a confirmed alien spacecraft. We don't have independently verified evidence that Lazar worked at S4 reverse engineering non human technology. And there are still major disputes surrounding parts of the education and scientific career that he has described. So, where do I land with Mr. Bob Lazar? Well, I find Bob Lazar very, very interesting, that's for sure. When I listen to him, I don't immediately get the impression that somebody is desperately trying to sell an obviously ridiculous story. And maintaining such an extraordinary claim for this long makes it even more interesting. But this is the line I keep coming back to. Consistency isn't evidence, it's not proof. Somebody can tell the same story for years and years and years and still be wrong. In fact, many people do this all over the world all the time. But what makes Lazar's story so compelling is that his story sits right on the boundary between something we know as real and something extraordinary that remains unproven. We know that Area 51 existed, we know secret technology was being developed there, we know that governments hide things all the time from the public for reasons like national security, but we do not know that Bob Lazar worked on alien spacecraft. And until somebody produces the evidence that can be independently tested, verified, and proved, I don't think we can honestly say that, he has proved his story. So is then Mr. Bob Lazar lying? I genuinely do not know. But for nearly 40 years, people are still trying to answer the question, and that alone tells you how powerful his story has become. Do you believe Bob Lazar and Bob Lazar's story? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more videos on unusual people, mysteries, and stories like this one. This is Jake O'Neill Talks, honest commentary on modern life.